What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Beacon of Nick. Hope you guys are all doing well. So guys, we're about a month or so away from the first DLC for Pokemon Sword and Shield to drop. Today, guys, I wanted to go over a few Pokemon that I want to see get Galarian Forms, Pokemon that I think might get Galarian Forms, and what some of those forms might be based off of. Alrighty, so as a lot of you guys already know, the Galar region is actually based on the UK, with the main part of the game being based on England and Wales, and the first part of the DLC, which is called the Isle of Armor, is actually based on a small island called the Isle of Man, which is a self-governing island located between Ireland and England, right in the Irish Sea. So like I said, guys, the UK is composed of many different island nations that each have their own unique history, culture, and wildlife. So we can probably realistically expect that this is going to be reflected in the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra. That being said, the first Pokemon that I hope get Galarian forms in the Isle of Armor are none other than Galarian Shroomish and Breloom. It's no secret that all across the UK, you can find an abundance of a wide variety of mushrooms, ranging from medicinal to hallucinogenic to poisonous. That being said, the one that the Isle of Man might be known for best is one called the Amanita muscaria, or the toadstool mushroom. The Amanita muscaria mushroom is probably the most famous toadstool mushroom that exists. It grows throughout the world, but it probably grows the most abundantly in the UK, but more specifically, the Isle of Man. When consumed, this mushroom can produce some hallucinogenic effects, including euphoric, visual, and auditory disturbances in the host. It is very toxic to humans, causing nausea, vomiting, confusion, and in even some cases, amnesia, but it is not very deadly. So with that being said, in the Isle of Armor, I would love to see Shroomish and Breloom get Galarian forms that are inspired by these mushrooms. Given the effects that these mushrooms have on those that consume them, I would love to see Galarian Shroomish and Breloom have the typing of Fairy and Poison. I would also love to see Galarian Shroomish and Breloom become more special attackers instead of physical. The UK is full of historical events, unique wildlife, and culture, so it's kinda hard to predict where Game Freak goes with more Galarian forms, with so much inspiration to draw from. That being said, here's a few more that I would love to see in the Isle of Armor. All across the UK, you will find a plethora of zoos and animal sanctuaries, with a wide variety of animals. But recently, a new sanctuary has opened up, which acts as a retirement community for sloths. So with that being said, the next Pokemon that I would love to see get Galarian forms are none other than Slackoth, Vigoroth, and Slacking. Several years ago, the Folly Farm Adventure Park and Zoo opened their doors for sloths all around the world, too old or injured to exist in their natural habitat, to come take refuge there. I would love if Game Freak took loose inspiration from this and maybe had these Slackoths transferred in from a different region that maybe we haven't been to yet, perhaps like Generation 9 or Generation 10. As far as appearance goes, I would love if these Slackoths, Vigoroths, and Slackings had more of a forest aesthetic, maybe having leaves and twigs sticking out of their fur. I would also love if this Slacking had a brand new ability while still staying true to the lazy nature of sloths. Maybe its attack is increased by 1.5 if it doesn't attack the turn prior, or something along those lines. And last but certainly not least, as far as typing goes, I would love for Slackoth and Vigoroth to get the typing of just pure grass, and for Slacking to get the type of grass and ground, making these Pokemon true masters of the forest. Although it is a brand new concept, it's probably safe to say that regional variants won't be going away anytime soon, and I could not be any happier about it. So today, I have 2 more regional variants that I want to see in the Isle of Armor. Over the past few decades, many bird species in the UK have been at risk of going extinct because of persecution and pesticides. One species that suffered the most is none other than the Peregrine Falcon. The Peregrine Falcon is at risk due to changing land use, disturbances, dwindling food supplies, and most importantly, pollution. So the next Pokemon that I want to see get a Galarian form is the one that is based on the Peregrine Falcon. And the Pokemon that I'm talking about are none other than Fletchling, Fletchinder, and Talonflame. Ever since Game Freak announced all the Pokemon in Sword and Shield, I've been kind of sad that the Talonflame line got omitted. But now this is a chance to add them in a very interesting and unique way. I would use the history of the Peregrine Falcon being at risk of extinction in the UK and incorporate that into Talonflame's Galarian form. I would say the Talonflame line adapted to rising pollution levels by dropping the fire type and becoming poison and flying. I would make the evolutionary line a faded purple color instead of red, and change Talonflame's name to Talon Venom. It has been really interesting learning a little bit about the UK's history and making this list, and I saved what I think is my favorite Galarian form for last. The waters surrounding the UK are abundantly full of seaweed. It provides a vital link in food chains for many rare species. One of the most common types in the Isle of Man is sugar kelp. Sugar kelp is a fast-growing, edible seaweed that some animals actually use for camouflage. It's found all across the coasts all over the UK. So the final Galarian form that I would like to see in the Isle of Armor would be heavily based on this sugar kelp. So the last Pokemon that I would like to see get a Galarian form is probably my favorite Galarian form on this list, and perhaps even my favorite regional form of all time. And that Pokemon is Galarian Tropius. I've been such a big fan of Tropius ever since Gen 3, and to see Tropius come back and shine in a brand new light would be so insanely cool. In the Galar region, I would say that Tropius evolved to live an underwater and aquatic life to consume this sugar kelp. The appearance would be similar to the Loch Ness Monster almost, with seaweed covering most of its body. And last but certainly not least is Tropius' typing. I would have Tropius drop the flying type and make Tropius a water and grass type. So everyone, we only have about 1 month left until the Isle of Armor. I'm so excited, and we'll see if anything close to what I hope to see in the game actually makes it in. This is my first time ever making a video like this, so let me know what you guys think, and let me know what Galarian forms that you guys want to see in the Isle of Armor down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and thank you guys so much for supporting the Beacon over the past few months. And also guys, thank you for 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate you guys so much. I couldn't have done it without you, and I appreciate you guys so much more than you will ever know. I'm sure I'll see all you guys in a stream very soon, but until then, have a fantastic rest of your day, and thank you so much again.